Hi, YouTube family. I'm Patty Jackson. I'm your auntie of pop culture. Go by the nickname Ginger. We start off with a hug because somebody just might need just a hug. So, how you guys doing tonight? It's all about the iHeart Radio Music Awards. Usher is hosting. We'll be talking about that tomorrow. It's not cute not knowing Puffy out here looking crazy. Years ago, Puffy, P. Diddy, Sean Combs used to date Jennifer Lopez. And they made a splash. He had Kim Porter over here, another one over here. He was focusing on Jennifer Lopez. You know, now he claims the late Kim Porter is the love of his life. But back then, it was Jennifer Lopez, the love of his life. Well, she's single. Alex Rodriguez got caught cheating, and she pushed him aside, and she's back with Ben Affleck. Now Diddy is casting his net for her attention, posting all of these throwback pictures, and he's looking crazy. He does. It's like, are you going through a midlife crisis? Because I don't think she's going back there. She ain't going back there with Puffy. It's not a good PR move for her. But, you know, he's looking for some shine. So he's like, Jennifer, why not consider me? Consider me. Date me. And she's like, even though I don't think this thing with Ben Affleck, they're trying to get their PR right, but the paparazzi keeps beating them. And they both have other obligations and children. It's just interesting, but it's turning into a huge publicity stunt. The Mothership is a new sci-fi movie that Omari Hardwick goes from Power. He's teaming up with Halle Berry for this movie about a woman whose husband vanishes on a rural farm, and she goes to find out what happened to my husband. It's going to be a Netflix movie. Speaking of Netflix, I want to tell you about a show called On A Hog, the history of African-American cuisine, because African-American cuisine is American food. I thank the guy for turning me on and telling me, Patty, you need to watch this. I started. It's a little docu-series, and you know, it's good. I'm a foodie, and I love to cook, so it just really teaches you the history. You know, back with our ancestors in slavery, they were just given the slop of the pigs and the chickens, and they had to make magic out of the slops that were handed to them while they were slaves. Well, African-American cuisine has come a long way. In this series, it's really interesting if you're into food, if you love just like historical stuff, you want to check this out. It's called On A Hog, and it's streaming now on Netflix. Another Mike Tyson movie is coming out. This one on Hulu. This is the one that Mike Tyson is angry about. Actor Trevante Rhodes. He was in The United States versus Billie Holiday. He was in Bird Box. He's fine. He's going to play Mike Tyson, and he's gearing up now. For some reason, all of these Mike Tyson series or movies, Jamie Foxx is going to play Mike Tyson, right? There's this new docu-series at ABC News. Part 1 came on Tuesday. Amazing. The other part 1 came on Tuesday. Part 2 is this Tuesday, but it's going to ultimately be streaming on Netflix. For those of us who came up, we remember when he fought Spinks, when he was fighting and knocking people out, when Buster Douglas beat him, all the events, the marriage to Robin Gibbons, and it was like reliving history. That part with Robin Gibbons, they were reality TV before reality TV. A great docuseries that ABC did, and Mike Tyson was in it, and he talked with them. But there is such interest in his life because he was such a polarizing figure. He went from being loved to feared. He's an animal. It's just the crazy, the ear biting. I mean, Mike Tyson, it's his life. Trevante Rhodes is going to be playing him in a movie. BET Awards are set for June 27th. Megan Thee Stallion and DaBaby are leading in the nominations. If you're a fan of the Academy Awards, a lot of us are still annoyed at the stunt they pulled this year. It's going to be in late March of next year because they only have a 10-month nomination period where they'll be judging movies. You're going to see some exits coming to Saturday Night Live, and one of them is Pete Davidson. They said that as he rose through the rank, the actor, comedian, that he's going to be leaving. And they're also saying Kenan Thompson may be leaving Saturday Night Live. His show, Kenan, has been renewed for another season on NBC, but is he leaving? We do know that Pete Davidson is out of here. Porsha, Real Housewives of Atlanta. She's marrying an African. So there's going to be 3 weddings. There's going to be a native ceremony, custom ceremony. There's going to be a regular wedding. Then there's going to be a wedding at somebody's house. Why so many weddings for a man you've only been dating for a month and a half? A man who was married to somebody who was featured on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. How about you're doing it because you got a Bravo special, 3-part series. You want a bigger role. You want to be the housewives on the Atlanta. So you're going to pull out all the stunts. I told you guys, stunts were coming. Stunts were coming on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. And this is one of them. Porsha, 3 weddings are what you're going to see. Fantasia says her daughter, Keziah, her and her husband had wanted for quite a while. This was a difficult pregnancy for her. Little Keziah actually came early. Fantasia already has a 19-year-old daughter, a 9-year-old son, and little Keziah, who was born last weekend. Milli Vanilli, 1988. Girl, you know it's true. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I can't sing. This you know is true. When Rob and Fab came on the scene, they thought they were bigger than the Beatles. I interviewed them back in the 80s, and they were interesting. You know, they had the look, mixture of French, German, exotic looking, but they weren't singing the song. They won their Grammys. They were bigger than bubblegum. And then they found out, y'all not singing. It's these 2 older black men that were singing. One of the men, John Davis, 66 years old, passed away. Keep his family in prayers. Passed away from COVID, but he was the guy that was singing Girl, You Know It's True. That was such a music scandal. See, they base everything on how you look. And Rob and Fab, they had that look, but couldn't sing a lick. One of the girls accusing T.I. and Tiny of, you know, drugging and sexual abuse, she says that if they apologize to her, she'll drop the charges. Stop making it hard for women who really are abused. Stuff like that just gets on my nerves. I mean, at this point, you don't know who's telling the truth. You really don't. But where there's smoke, there is fire. So something's going on. But one of the accusers says, well, if they apologize, I'll drop the charges. 50 Cent is ready to leave the Starz network. It's the home of his Power series. Get ready, everybody, for Power Book 3, Raising Kanan. How was Kanan before Kanan? Kanan was the character played by 50 Cent. July 18th, mark it on your calendar on Starz. In the latest incident of 50 versus Starz, Starz Network did not want him putting a picture up of the woman who's going to be the breakout star of this show. She's a Broadway actress, a Tony Award winner. She was in Sister Act. She was in Hunger Games. She can sing, but wait until you see her as Kanan's mom, the drug queen. Bettina Miller is her name. She's going to blow you away. She plays this role. And I mean, she's an acclaimed actress, but she slips into this role as this, you know, queen pin drug lord. It shows how he got into the drug game, following in his mother's footsteps because the family was involved in drugs and he would do anything to protect his mom. Bettina Miller, Google her. I'm telling you, this woman who is a wife and a mother, she's going to blow you away in Power Book 3, Raising Kanan. But they got mad. I guess they wanted to do an introduction of her to this Power Book 3. And 50 Cent was like, this is getting messy. I'm out of here. They paid him a lot of money. Will he go? Because we still got to get to Power Book 4, the story of Tommy. But July 18th, everybody, Raising Kanan, Power Book 3. We're going to see this woman, Patina Miller, is going to blow you away. Hit the button for the notifications. Leave a comment in the comment section. Give us a thumbs up if you like the video. We appreciate you. As I find my little styly, which is right in front of me. We appreciate you guys. We're heading into a Memorial Day holiday, which is something that we celebrate here in the States as we remember those who died serving our country. It's a holiday weekend. The world is slowly opening up. Thanks for making me a part of your life and joining me. It's not cute not knowing, as I love to say. I'm Patty Jackson. I'm your auntie of pop culture.